The Los Angeles Lakers have a golden opportunity as Jimmy Butler has requested a trade from the Miami Heat. Multiple reports are circulating linking the Lakers to the star. We're going to break down those reports and discuss what this means going forward as Lakers prepare for something big. Stay tuned for all that in this episode, but before we get into it, if you're part of the 83% who aren't subscribed to the channel, it's the place to be for daily Lakers content. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're getting close to our goal of 5,000 subscribers, so if you want to help us towards that goal and you're part of the percentage who aren't subscribed, make sure to hit that button. But ladies and gentlemen, last night a bombshell dropped surrounding Jimmy Butler. He came out after the Miami Heat game and demanded a trade from the Miami Heat. He said he wants to find his love for basketball again and that he doesn't want to play for the Miami Heat anymore. And this was followed up by a report from Shams revealing that he has demanded a trade out of Miami. And among all this, what has come from it is that the Lakers are linked to the star. Now we know that the Lakers are obviously active in the trade market heavily. They kept their first round picks in the Dorian Finney-Smith trade, so they still have those available to move. And now things are flying surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers and making a deal. We'll also dive into Max Christie a little bit here. There's a lot of different things here. I want to start with this. You can see this dropped late last night from Shams. And Shams goes on to say, Shams Rana, ESPN story with Windhorst. Jimmy Butler has indicated to the Miami Heat that he wants the team to trade him and is open to playing anywhere other than Miami. And obviously, it's interesting because he doesn't have a specific team he has in mind. Usually with the Lakers, of course, not many players don't want to play for the Lakers necessarily, or Lakers aren't on a lot of players no trade clause or anything like that. However, he is open to playing anywhere other than Miami. And what this means now is that he's willing to get traded. And he is not only willing to get traded, he has demanded a trade. And he gives some backstory. An anonymous executive warned Jimmy Butler not to go against Pat Riley. You never want to get in a fight with someone who has nothing to lose. And Pat has nothing to lose. And this now becomes very interesting because rumors, reports, everything is circulating surrounding Jimmy Butler and the Los Angeles Lakers, linking Jimmy Butler to the Los Angeles Lakers because, of course, you think about how good of a player he is and how he would fit alongside LeBron and AD and all these things. And I've been mentioning they kept their first round picks in order to be available to trade for a star if that opportunity comes up. And that opportunity has certainly come up with Jimmy Butler here. And you think about all the seconds they traded away for Dorian Finney-Smith, traded 3 seconds. They still have their 2029 and their 2031 first round pick. They technically have 3 first round picks available for trade. So what that means now is they set themselves up perfectly to be ready to strike. Now, I'm curious to see down below if, let me know, do you guys want to see Jimmy Butler traded to the Los Angeles Lakers? Do you think that would be a waste of assets? Obviously, it would be a big leap forward into really pushing all your chips to the table and going for a championship run here. But some articles are starting to drop now. Pistons helped Lakers land Jimmy Butler in the latest mock trade. Now, this one includes D'Angelo Russell because this was dropped before the D'Lo trade. But it goes to show how long Jimmy Butler has been linked to the Lakers, how the Lakers are involved in a lot of these big primetime free agents. We think about, trade targets, and free agents for that matter. But we think about DeJounte Murray. You think about, in this case, Jimmy Butler. Like, the Lakers have the assets available to make a big trade. And it's not often that you have a very solid team in LeBron and AD and you have your core, but you also have your first round picks available to make subsequent moves. You think about the Suns who give up all their first round picks. You think about a lot of these teams that gave up the majority of their first round picks in order to acquire talent. And if you're the Lakers now, you have the opportunity to land Jimmy Butler. And this one is interesting. So Bleacher Report ironed out all the details of how the Lakers could land Butler in a 3-team blockbuster trade. And it's essentially the Lakers get, of course, Jimmy Butler. The Pistons receive Jalen Hood-Schifino, a 2025 second for helping facilitate the deal. And then the Heat would receive Rui Hachimura, D'Lo, and again, they don't have D'Lo anymore, so they'd have to make the salary work elsewhere. But just for the sake of discussion, Rui Hachimura, salary filler, Gabe Vincent, Toronto's 2025 second round pick, Lakers 2029 first round pick with top 4 protection, turns into a 2030 second if not conveyed. Lakers 2031 first round pick with a top 5 protection as well. So it's basically you're giving up your 2 first round picks and salary filler for Jimmy Butler. And I think the Lakers do this deal if it's proposed because obviously, A, there's protections on the picks. If they somehow end up being terrible in 2029 and 2031, it is top 4 and top 5 protected, which can convey to seconds. And B, you don't have to give up any of your young assets. I mean, you're not giving up Max Christie. You're not giving up Dalton Knecht. Those are the 2 guys, especially after Max Christie's game yesterday. But those are the 2 guys I'm sure the Lakers would be hesitant giving up in a trade for Jimmy Butler. I mean, Butler is an aging star. He's still one of the better 2-way players in the league. He's phenomenal defensively. He still would provide an immense amount of help to this Los Angeles Lakers team, a team that desperately needs wing defense and defense in general. And then if you have a starting lineup of Austin Reaves, Jimmy Butler, LeBron, AD, and whoever else you want to throw in there, all these different guys, you are in a very solid spot. And again, if you don't have to give up Max Christie or Dalton Knecht, I would like to think that if Pat Riley is going to trade Jimmy Butler, they would want an absolute king's ransom back. And I mean, the benefit to this deal if you're the Heat is that A, you're shipping him out of the Eastern Conference, but you're also getting a couple of pretty valuable first round picks. Although I do think the protections are, help the Lakers a lot, because if you're the Heat and you're trading Jimmy Butler for picks in 2029 and 2031, you're probably banking that in 2029, 2031, the Lakers are really bad. LeBron's gone. Jimmy Butler's nearing retirement. AD is getting into his mid 30s, mid to late 30s. So you're kind of banking on, a lottery pick, but like a top 5 pick. So if the protection just turns it into seconds, then your package just be salary filler in like 3 seconds for Jimmy Butler, which is not something that they would be open to doing at all. Even though you look at their stats, and Jimmy Butler, again, he's not having a great season. He's kind of not trying out there his past couple games with the Miami Heat. But in general, he is an extremely good player. You think just a year and a half ago, he carried the Heat to the finals. They obviously didn't win it, but he carried the Heat to the finals in a phenomenal season. And things change very quickly in the NBA. And I think if he comes to the Lakers, he would be able to still be very effective. He's shooting a very good percentage from 3 this year. He's obviously increased it a lot. You look at the 3-point percentage, 37.5% this year, 41 the year before. And he's really gotten better at shooting the 3 ball. So he can help stretch the floor. But his biggest thing is going to be hitting clutch shots, taking pressure off of LeBron, and playing great defense. Problem is, 35 years old. I mean, you're now having a core of LeBron, AD, and LeBron's not really a part of the core necessarily. I mean, he is, but he's aging and he's going to be, who knows what his future holds beyond this season with the LA Lakers. But if they make it big, this would be putting all your chips to the table and making a big push for a guy that would certainly help. And if you're going to make a big splash, having a superstar available, even though he is 35, it doesn't happen very often. So if you're going to make this deal, let me know if you would do this specific deal. Of course, I think it would take one of Christie or Knecht and then, maybe get rid of the protections in the pick. But it's very interesting. Let me know what your thoughts are. And again, before issuing the edict, the Heat had preliminary discussions with several teams regarding Butler, but none had progressed. The Heat has shown no urgency in trade talks. So this was before, of course, the trade demand. But after this came out, it seems like they're going to have to escalate these trade talks. And speaking of, kind of just how the team is looking at right now. I mean, Max Christie has been playing extremely well. He's kind of been a hidden gem for the Lakers this season. And even LeBron, he has stepped up as of late. His 3-point shooting has gone up drastically. It's been very solid, especially in his last, 8 games or so. We know we had that brutal stretch for, 5 or 6 games of this season where he couldn't shoot at all. We saw the memes going out, 1 for 23, how he was washed. Unbelievable game yesterday. He praised Max Christie, and I do think that Max Christie, if he's playing and gets value up, they're doing a good job, because if he's included in this deal and is kind of seen as a centerpiece alongside the picks, would you do a Christie-centered deal or a Dalton Knecht-centered deal for Jimmy Butler? He's 35, but I'm very interested to see what you all think about it in the comment section down below. So let me know what your thoughts are on this trade, the report from Jimmy Butler. You don't see this very often, but the Lakers are in prime position to strike and make something big happen if they want to go that route. But let me know down below what your thoughts are. Thank you guys for watching. And again, would you do this deal? Let me know. Cheers.